Hey Virgo, it's Amanda. I'm here to do your tarot reading for May 2019. I'm going to use the 78 Astral Tarot, and I'm going to do the Celtic Cross for you this month. If you need a personal reading, my information is in the description box below, and my Facebook page too, if you wanted to add me over there. What's going on for Virgo? May 2019. Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising, and Virgo and Venus. What does Virgo need to know the most for May, the rest of May 2019? Page of Pentacles in reverse. Virgo, 2019, rest of May. So this could be work. We'll keep going here. So far it's Wands and Pentacles, and it seems like there's something that you wanted to offer, or there is an offer that you wanted to receive, and it's not coming in like you thought it would or expected it to. This also could be you were not expecting to not be able to give an offer of some sort as well. Okay, that's too many. We'll take the Two of Swords. Sorry, that was not upside down. I flipped it over. So Two of Swords, this is coming from a place of not being able to make a decision. Maybe that's what blocked this offer. And the person that was supposed to make the decision just kind of felt like they didn't have enough information to do it. Like if they were to make a decision, there wouldn't be one that they could be confident in yet because there's just a lack of information, or they think that. So that's at the root of everything so far. Temperance is in the recent past, so maybe you've been working really hard in the recent past, or you're currently in that state now, or will be coming out of that state soon, of balancing out everything going on, so that you could make this offer, right? So it seems like there was something either that you really wanted to offer out, that you put a lot of time in, or vice versa, right? So it could be somebody really wanted to offer this to you, but I believe this is you, Virgo. It seems like you've been planning this, like you've been laying the foundation, balancing things out, getting things in line, getting your ducks in a row, right? What in the world? Okay, Seven of Pentacles is in the in the near future. So Seven of Pentacles is like reviewing and looking over all the work you put into stuff, and just taking inventory of whether it's worth it or not, and if you should keep going or not. Not making the decision of that choice, but just making pros and cons, looking at both sides of the information, looking at all of the big picture to make a good decision, right? Just a state of review, basically. So I think that I feel like that offer, whoever wanted to give the offer, whether it was you or whoever you're dealing with in this reading, they really wanted to build. They really wanted to make an offer and get something going. They already knew kind of like what it was in the first couple steps, but it hasn't happened yet. Like Three of Wands, I'm going to just pull the rest. I'll hold the rest of them up. But this Three of Wands, that's like small beginning, a little bit of success. Maybe they kind of know a little bit about this, or you know a little bit about this offer, and like looking out into the horizon on where to grow, and a lack of an offer or a delay of an offer could very well be blocked by the Ten of Pentacles. So it's like there's not enough work being put in here. But maybe you really didn't think that was the case. In your position now currently, Virgo, is meditation in reverse. So meditation is about finding that inner ambiance, right? Like having the inner world so that your outer world can match it. But maybe you're just not taking the time to do this. And then we have the Knight of Swords in reverse in the environment. So this could be people just being really harsh on you, or maybe because you're not taking the time to get your inner world in alignment and, clear your energy, do your meditation and get enough sleep and things like that. Because of that, it's like you're projecting onto the world, and you're so critical on yourself that like it's showing up in your outer world, but it's coming off to you like they're just all being really hard on you. Page of Swords in the reverse. This is in your hopes and fears. So you're worried you're not going to be able to pull this off. I think that the criticism in your own mind to yourself and in your environment has made it so that you're not confident in yourself now. You don't know if you have what it takes. That's what you're fearing. You're hoping you do have what it takes, but you're also fearing that you don't. Like maybe you're not smart enough for this, or you didn't see. How could you not see that when you're doing this review? It's like, oh, how didn't I see that? Now you're going into that review in the near future. Because for some reason, not enough work, 10 of Pentacles. This is end of a cycle. Number 10s are ends, so that another start can begin. But this is crossing the offer that whoever wants to make, whether it's you or who you're dealing with, Page of Pentacles in reverse. It's like whoever wants to offer that isn't able to because the cycle is not over. Crossed by the end of the cycle. Not able to do it yet because it isn't to the 10 yet, right? We have Temperance trying really hard to get this balanced out. You know, temper of two conflicting energies or thoughts or beliefs, responsibilities, time, whatever it is, it's integrating, right? Balance. And then Two of Swords is the root. She has a blindfold on, and it's like, yeah, she can't make a decision. She could get out of that rope. She's like all tied up or whatever in between the light and the dark, right? It's a choice. But she doesn't know which one's light or dark because she has a blindfold on. She can't see the difference. So she could just take it off though. So the reason why I keep saying that is because Swords is mental, so it's a thought or a belief. And just because you're thinking that doesn't mean it's true, because if you just opened your eyes, you'd see, if you just grab the blindfold and rip it off, you would see which side and be able to evaluate more to make a decision. So something has got you in your head that you might not realize that is just blocking you from seeing something. This is just a simple mental blockage of, you're like, oh, balancing everything out, but I think you're thinking along the wrong tracks here this time. Just because it's something you're not seeing, so it's got to be along the lines you weren't looking in. So it's like you didn't see it. It's not that, you know, when you're in this state of review and looking at everything, the Pentacles, and like making sure that, you know, you don't miss something, you're like, what in the world? How did I not see it? I need to look careful and close so I can make sure I don't miss it this time, right? But you wanted to go ahead. You thought you were prepped this time for sure. Like, you didn't, your intention didn't even see this coming. It's like you thought for sure this time you had it all lined up, right? Which you probably did do the hard part. And that's the thing with Virgos. You're awesome. You don't miss a beat if it is to be observed. But like sometimes with certain, you know, transits and, you know, whatever you have in your chart, like you might just be missing something that's so little you didn't even consider it before because you thought there was something bigger. Always getting the hard, you tackle the harder things first. The harder, more challenging things. You get those ones out of the way, and then the good news is that when you're in this limbo stage and you are getting blocked because you're told that still isn't right answer, you know, you're able to see, like, you're in limbo mode. Okay, so I've got to look. What is it? What could it be? I've already done all the hard stuff. So you're forced almost in a way to like look at something else. Think outside the box, right? But yeah, you guys you miss the easy things, like, you know, because you're so ready to, your mind is sharp, but sometimes it can turn on itself if you don't take the rest too. If you aren't meditating, if you aren't, you know, an intellectual mind is going to need more meditation and to make sure you're consistent with your sleep and things like that, because, you know, it's like every privilege is like got an upside and a downside. So the privilege is obviously that you get to do the thing or have the thing that you didn't before, or know it, or whatever it is, obtain it in some way. And the thing is, though, with that gift, you have to make sure that you're taking care of it. It takes a little extra work because you get extra something else. So you have to make sure that you take care of your mind, because that's the only time that I feel like Virgos go into the lower side of the vibration of a Virgo, is when they're not taking care of their mind, or they're unable to for some reason, and like they'll trying something else, it just isn't working. Like usually does, or whatever it is. And that's when you see a Virgo overthink or, you know, get caught in their head a little bit. But yeah, it's like everybody's just kind of like expecting everything out of you, and maybe because you really thought this was going to happen, like you were confident here. I don't think you saw this coming with this Three of Wands. Maybe like everybody was really mean or kind of reacted like harsh when you weren't able to get it this time because you thought for sure, you know, maybe, but that might not be the case. I just feel like you're either seeing your environment or your group of people around you or this person as being harsh and out of line. But maybe that's because the way you're critical on yourself is maybe why you're seeing that reflection in your environment. And most likely outcome here for you, Virgo, for May, Two of Cups. So this is good. It seems like, you know, you guys are going through the steps here. You know, you don't always get it the first time around, right? I mean, you've got to do the work, and yes, maybe you get caught on something silly at the end because you were looking for something more challenging to fix, but like at the same time, once you realize it, it's like instant. It's like, oh, real quick, that's the easy thing. I just skipped it, you know? But you guys have been doing, like I said, you did the hard part first. You're on a way up with this, you know, go up to this 10 of Pentacles, you know, and then you're to the 7, you know, if you're doing 7 now and 10 was what you were supposed to be at and couldn't get there, you're close, right? So I feel like all of this is going to be great. I mean, if you want to speed it up, I think just putting all the extra effort into getting enough sleep and, you know, taking care of your body, making your mind, meditation time, make healthy food, you know, just do a lot more of that than you have been. Make time for that, okay? And, you know, but either way, it just might not come as quick that way, but this is still, even with this in the reverse, you still have Two of Cups. So it seems like you're going to struggle for a little bit, but you're going to get there. No matter what, it's supposed to happen. Two of Cups is like coming into union with equal give and take. You know, both people pulling equal weight, both just as in as the other. It's like a real union, like literally integration of two things. So they come into harmony though. So this is great. I mean, yeah, worst case scenario, it might be dragged out of it longer than you maybe wanted. But if you want to speed it up, meditate and sleep, eat good, I would say. I don't even need to clarify. This is a good one for you, Virgo. I like it. You know, there's a lot going on in the sky too right now. So it's like, don't be too hard on yourself. If this is stressful, it probably is because it's maybe got anxiety around it, I feel like. But I feel like even with that, you're still remaining calm and taking the methodical steps, which is something that is good about Virgo. You know, they're going to be methodical about it before they panic or anything like that, because they can keep it cool. They're an earth sign. They're grounded enough to be like, okay, let's recap this and look at what I've done, take inventory, and see where the hole is, you know? So that's good. I mean, that's stamina. So it's gonna work out eventually, but if not, speed it up a little bit by taking care of yourself. And please share with me in the comments below if you know this resonated with you and what's going on. I'm interested to know what the offer is. What offer couldn't you get that you thought you'd get? What didn't you pass that you expected to pass? What couldn't you offer that you expected to be able to offer by now? Let me know. And please like the video too if you like this, and I'll see you soon, Virgo. Thanks.